Hello, I am Josie Wales and welcome to this Graviteam Tactics Mius Front after action report. As primarily a combat mission player, I was intrigued by this game and wanted to try it out for myself. There are lots of similarities with combat mission and also lots of things that are different. I'm not really going to go into the ins and outs of all of those here. Really, I was intrigued about how you could tell a story with this game. As with my other combat mission videos, that's always what I try and do when I do an after action report. From a recording and editing perspective, the first main difference is the camera. The camera is a lot less stable than the combat mission camera, which does kind of give you this standing in a field handheld camera kind of effect, but is less smooth to operate than the combat mission camera. The second major difference is although there is a pause function in this game, there's not a replay function. So with combat mission, whereas you can go back and look at everything that's happened and pick the best bits, here you've really got to try and capture them as they happen if you can. So the mission I'm playing at the minute is the tutorial attack mission, which isn't particularly intuitive and doesn't give you a lot on what to do and how to do it. So having played this several times, I've worked out a method of how to win this mission. We've made contact with German infantry up ahead, and an AT gun has just appeared on the right to cause havoc. So the plan has been to recon with the infantry in front, make contact, and then use the tanks to react to that. My Russian infantry lay down some smoke to give themselves some cover from the AT gun. And the tanks peel off to the right to face and move towards the AT gun. Moving through a ditch, one of the tanks gets stuck. The longer it takes for me to deal with this AT gun, the more my infantry are getting chewed up. Eventually the tank releases itself and catches up with the lead tank. The two tanks together approach the AT gun position. With the first tank out of action, the second tank approaches, but unfortunately is looking in the wrong direction. This looks like a disaster waiting to happen. However, it seems luck was on my side and the AT gun is destroyed. The tank now moves back towards the left to support the infantry. With the Germans suppressed, the infantry move forward. The tank and my remaining infantry finish off the Germans and I gain it. So I've still got a huge amount to learn about this game. I've only played a couple of the tutorials. I've scanned through the manual, but I haven't read through it in full. There's lots of information out there on YouTube and on forums, which I'm just starting to get into. But purely from an editing, storytelling, after action report perspective, I would say that Combat Mission lets you do that better, at least in the format I like to do, than Graviteam Tactics. And I think that's primarily because of the replay system that you have with Combat Mission when you play on the WeGo, which is what I play on. With that system, you can go back and look at the best bits of the battle or the most interesting bits and tell stories about that. So you can develop it how you want. With Graviteam Tactics, you're trying to tell the story whilst achieve the objectives of the mission. Your attention is split between winning the game and trying to find interesting bits to talk about. Perhaps you have a different view. If you do, I'd love to hear it. I'm Josie Wales. War is hell. Thanks for watching.